Duris of Samos was a Greek historian and was at some period tyrant of Samos. Personal and political life. Duris claimed to be a descendant of Alcibiades, and was the brother of Lynceus of Samos. He had a son, Scares, who won the boys' boxing at the Olympian Games, while the Samians were in exile, that is, before 324 BC. From 352 to 324 Samos was occupied by Athenian clerics who had expelled the native Samians. Duris therefore may well have been born at some date close to 350 BC, and, since his main historical work ended with the death of Lysimachus in 281 BC, died at an unknown date after that. Many 20th-century works state that Duris was a pupil of Theophrastus at Athens. There is no evidence for this claim other than a conjectural emendation of the text of the Diopnosophistae of Athenaeus. The manuscript text says not that Duris studied under Theophrastus, but that his brother Lynceus and Lynceus's correspondent Hippolochus did so. The only recorded fact about Duris's public life is that he was tyrant or sole ruler of Samos. How he attained this position, for how long he held it, and what events took place under his rule are unknown. Writings. Duris was the author of a narrative history of events in Greece and Macedonia from the Battle of Leuctra down to the death of Lysimachus. This work, like all his others, is lost. Over 30 fragments are known through quotations by other authors, including Plutarch. It was continued in the histories of Philocus. Other works by Duris included a life of Agathocles of Syracuse, which was a source for books 19 to 21 of the historical library of Diodorus Siculus. Duris also wrote historical annals of Samos arranged according to the lists of the priests of Hera, and a number of treatises on literary and artistic subjects. List of works for the surviving fragments. See the editions by Muller and Jacobi. Histories on Agathocles, Annals of Samos, on laws, on games, on tragedy, on painters, on sculpture. Later opinions of those later authors who knew Duris's work. Few praise it. Cicero accords him qualified praise as an industrious writer. Plutarch used his work but repeatedly expresses doubt as to his trustworthiness. Dionysius of Halicarnassus speaks disparagingly of his style. Photius regards the arrangement of his work as altogether faulty. By contrast with recent predecessors such as Ephorus, Duris served as the exemplar of a new fashion for tragic history, which gave entertainment and excitement greater importance than factual reporting. In Plutarch's Life of Pericles, a telling example is Duris' elaborate description of cruelty and extensive destruction at Samos when Athenian forces, led by Pericles, subdued the island. Recent critics, believing that Duris was a pupil of Theophrastus, attempted either to demonstrate that tragic history agreed with teachings of the peripatetic school or to analyze Duris's motives for taking a different line from his supposed teachers. The debate was inevitably inconclusive. Bibliography. Editions of the fragments. See Muller, Fragmenta Historicorum Graecorum Vol. 2 pp. 466 to 488. F. Jacobi, Die Fragmente der Griechischen Historiker Vol. 2 APP 1136 to 1158, Vol. 2 CPP 115 to 131. Modern Scholarship. J. P. Barron, The Tyranny of Duris of Samos, in Classical Review New Series Volume 12 pp. 189 to 192. C. O. Brink, Tragic History and Aristotle's School, in Proceedings of the Cambridge Philological Society Volume 186 pp. 14 to 19. A. Dalby, The Curriculum Vitae of Duris of Samos, in Classical Quarterly New Series Volume 41 pp. 539 to 541. R.B. Kebrick, In the Shadow of Macedon, Duris of Samos. Wiesbaden, 1977. R.B. Kebrick, A Note on Juries in Athens, in Classical Philology Volume 69 pp. 286–287. F. Landucci e Gattinoni, Duris di Samo. Roma, 1997. L. Oken, Studies on Duris of Samos. University of Michigan Dissertation, 1974. L. Oken, A Hellenistic Historian Looks at Mythology in Panhellenica. P. Pedech, Trois Historiens Meconos, Théo Pomp, Juris, Phylarch, Paris, 1989. E. Schwartz, Juris, Impaulis Relencyclopedie der klassischen Altertumswissenschaft, Neue Bearbeitung Volume 5 pt2 cols 1853–1856. F. W. Wallbank, History and Tragedy in Historia Volume 9 pp. 216–234. C. Baron, Timaeus of Tauromenium and Hellenistic Historiography pp. 247–255. Other encyclopedias. M. von Albrecht, Juris in der Kleine Pauli ed. Konrad Ziegler, Wolf of Sondheimer, D. Bauder, Duris of Samos in Who Was Who in the Greek World pp. 101–102. Duris of Samos in the Columbia Encyclopedia, 6th ed. J. Hazel, Juris in J. Hazel, Who's Who in the Greek World p. 89. R. Schmidt, Duris of Samos in Encyclopedia Iranica.